Woo! Yeah, it's time. Yeah, we're a little behind the eight ball, but we get to it. Now, Rory and Maul. They've become pretty much a cartoon character fixation of themselves. Maul has made himself look more foolish than any other person. Academics, we expect him to be a clown. We know what he is. He's a degenerate. So we understand his plight. But we never expected Maul to fall this far into the deep end to where he has like no credibility now. Maul is falling into the pit of making himself look really stupid. Because it's like, dude, you can't be this dumb. This is a guy that used to sleep on Joe Budden's couch. Dude, you was jumping up watching the Mr. Morale concert. You was on the tour. You was at the show jumping up. This is the best performance I ever seen. You came in here raving about Mr. Morale and the High Steppers tour, saying it was one of the greatest things you've ever seen. But now, since this beef started, everything Kendrick do now is just terrible. It's subpar. Really? How many times does it make you look like an idiot? How many times do you have to be wrong to realize you was never right in the first place? He said SZA didn't perform enough. It's not her show anyway. I know this. Every time he talks, it makes him sound ridiculous. Next thing you know, he gonna wonder why Serena Williams didn't have more time. He's gonna say anything that affects his credibility. Rory doesn't care because he's looking at the numbers. Rory's just gonna feed it and throw an alley-oop to this man. Now, see, that's what people don't understand. I say what I say, and I say it not because I want Kendrick Lamar to hear it. Oh, this is for Kendrick Lamar. I want Kendrick to hear it. This is not about K-Dot. I say my words so that the people can hear it, the masses. I'm not here to appease one person like they are. They're there to appease Drake. They probably DM'd him. Did you see the show today? Did you see what I said? Drake, nah, I was asleep. What happened? I'm gonna send you a clip. No, I don't do that. So what you do is end up damaging your credibility. Now, if you're 57 and older, yeah, you probably didn't like the performance. A lot of people who were 57, like my mom said it was all right. Like what did my mom know about any of these records? Of course she liked Usher better. Usher is singing and dancing. That's what he does. This is a hip hop art. Now, that was there is that we didn't get to see what all the dancers were doing because they kept the camera condensed on Kendrick. We didn't really see the performance of a lot of the dancers. So thanks and kudos to those guys who were out there recording from their cameras live from the game, and I was able to see it and how amazing that was. And they did the best they probably could because it was 4 sets made like a controller, but it was different messages in each. It was segregation. You start seeing the blacks, the people that was in all black who had the PG length all the way in one corner. Then you start seeing the other people who were symbolically there. And everybody was in their sections segregated. But what Maul is doing is not what you would call conducive to the actual message of what hip hop is about. He's about views. He's about moving the umbrella as far as, well, this has the most views, or this deserves the most views because they did X, Y, and Z. Rory's not a stupid man. He's a calculative man. He's an emotional man, but he's not a stupid man. He knows he's got a lapdog in Maul. Now, Maul is stupid. Now, let's not get that mistaken here. He's stupid. I mean, the IQ test is probably 20. You get probably 5 points for spelling your name right. Now, unfortunately for Maul, being challenged the way he is, we see that there's a wrong thing happening here. Kendrick breaks the record, beats Michael Jackson for the largest performance in Super Bowl history, most watched, most viewed. Michael Jackson was the first and had the record. We all know how the halftime shows got started, right? The halftime of the Super Bowl used to be guys doing a breakdown just like any other game. There was no halftime performance. So Fox did not have the Super Bowl. They were not included at that time to have the Super Bowl. Fox was just a station that came out of nowhere. You know what built Fox? Married with Children with Al Bundy. They're the ones that built Fox into a network to be respected. There were 3 giants that had the Super Bowl that it revolved around: ABC, NBC, and CBS. Those 3 had to revolve around the Super Bowl. Okay? Let me give y'all an educational lesson. Let me educate them, K-Dot. So when Living Color came through on the mind of Keenan Allen Wayans, he came up with the idea of watching the Super Bowl the previous year. He said, man, all of this advertisement on the Super Bowl, everybody's spending millions of dollars to advertise on the Super Bowl. We're not going to do that. We're going to advertise on our channel on Fox about the Super Bowl. It's like, what? We're going to have a Super Bowl halftime edition. Everybody's scared to go up against and put programs up against the Super Bowl. You would never see a program that's new on the Super Bowl back then. They would run a rerun. They would be like, we have a rerun of this, a rerun of that, a rerun of this process. So they would put reruns out. They wouldn't have a new show going up against the Super Bowl because that's going to be a waste. Everybody's going to watch the Super Bowl. They didn't have the advertisement for commercials. So during A Living Color, they're going to say, we're going to have a special Super Bowl in Living Color. So they start promoting that during the week of the Super Bowl. saying we're going to have a very all new episodes, never before seen, no new show during the Super Bowl. And they had a ticker in the corner to tell you when to go back to watch the game. They had the timer that was just like what they have at the Super Bowl, synchronized with Fox Clock, so you don't miss none of the game. And they were able to show about 20 minutes. It was about 20 minutes of skits, comedy, and everything. So the people that watch in living color, they gonna tune in and watch anyway. But people who have never watched in living color, who know about this during Super Bowl week, they finna watch in living color now. Do you know their ratings was like 8? It was monumental. It built Fox into a whole new thing. The Super Bowl was pissed. All those people stopped watching the Super Bowl during the halftime, and they went over to In Living Color. And they were on In Living Color, watching the new sketches. New viewership was up. Light years. The NFL said, no way. We're not losing any more viewers like that again. Not happening. Look how many millions we lost. I don't care what it costs. Tell them we'll promote whatever they got coming out. Michael Jackson was there the next year. They got Michael Jackson, gave him everything he wanted. They can get anything but money because you're getting the freest marketing in the world. You're getting free promotion. So no one's paid for their Super Bowl performance. But the staff and everybody else, all the dancers, they get paid. But the actual artists don't get paid for promotion. Now, we're going to get to some others because I don't think y'all even understand what this is truly about. K-Dot, and everybody's talking about the playlist again. They want to do everything they can to try to take away from what K-Dot did. So now, when you get to this performance, it's monumental. $100% monumental. $100%. Now, I didn't love the playlist either, but I understand. You said, but I'm a fan. I loved every song that he played. I had no problems with what he chose. But I'm going to explain to what happened, because unlike these people, they don't have answers. They just talk.
From car to car. To rap this long at a halftime of the Super Bowl, to me, is incredible just for the genre. You don't find that insane at all that he's doing Man at the Garden at fucking the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I do find that insane.
LeBron didn't.
I find that very insane.
You think?
The bottom line is this Super Bowl performance was very underwhelming. I'm happy that Kendrick had his moment. I'm happy he kept it all the way Cali, represented the culture of Cali on one of the biggest stages in entertainment. I'm salute to that. I'm definitely saluting that. That was dope. But we got to be honest here. This set list, as in comparison to the other stars that have had halftime show, is probably near the bottom.
Why would this set list be near the bottom? Why would this set list be near the bottom? Maul's a hater. Let me explain to the people what's really going on here. Kendrick Lamar was not going to do that many songs from his previous catalog, because that catalog is owned mostly, well, he owns it to a degree. He gets like 15%, right, off of the catalog. Those songs he already performed. No Mad City songs. Mad Cities. Do you realize what you're talking about? if he does Mad City songs, you realize Kendrick was just at the Super Bowl maybe 3 years ago. And he did some of the songs in his small set that he had when Dre and Snoop was out there. Jason Whitlock talking about hip hop right then and there. You should now if he talk about barbecue and who got the best ribs, then you listen to Jason Whitlock. Now, if Jason Whitlock start telling you who got the best ribs, I'ma listen, cause that nigga would know. He gonna tell you the meat falling off the bone at this place. I believe him. Believe him. But when it come to hip hop, Whitlock, come on. Stephen A. Smith talking hip hop. Right, exactly. Why am I listening? So, again, we get to the process of why the track list is what it is. Every song, was the songs whack that he performed? No. None of the songs that he performed were whack, but it was all to the message of the show. He started off with Body for Body. The very first thing he's performing. He has Uncle Sam, the guy who did the skit from Pimp a Butterfly, Uncle Sam. And Sam is out there almost simultaneously like Steven from Django movie. He's representing America, trying to say, okay, you know how to play the game, right? You're here to play the game. Be safe for white America. Oh, they want it nice. They want everything. So the revolution has started, but it ain't what you got the right moment, but the wrong guy. So now the wrong guy, who was K-Dot, is there. And he gonna do it his way. So after he came out with Squabble Up, they was, no, don't do that. What are you doing? You tighten this thing up. Don't you blow this. You tighten it up. Don't you know how this game is played? That's too ghetto. Squabble up. They don't want you to squabble up at the Super Bowl. So all of these songs are in conjunction with the Super Bowl performance. TV Off was made for the Super Bowl. I want y'all to know that. I told y'all when the album GNX came out, that song was going to be played at the Super Bowl, and it was made for the Super Bowl. That's why he's got all the football references, because I already knew they were going to perform it. I knew how it was going to go, and I said they're going to end the Super Bowl with this song. Not Like Us. It's going to be this song. But a lot of these songs was created for this moment. And it's smart. Now, let's get to the real gist of the problem here, ladies and gentlemen. Because you're going to be blown away with this information that you're going to find out. He's not going to perform a lot of those Mad City songs at the Super Bowl, because those, whatever songs you perform at the Super Bowl, those numbers are going to go up in streaming. People are hearing these songs for the first time, and they're going to go out and stream them. Super Bowl is not about the people in the arena. They're about everybody and 120 million people watching. That's what it's about. To all these little idiots like, look, nobody's cheering. These people paying $7,000 for a ticket. Minimum. $7,000. Like I told you, no Magnolia in the house. So why would Lil Wayne be there? He wasn't. But we are ignorant to facts because we have people not giving us facts. like Maul, like Academics, they give you satire and just say that the most dumbest things in the world. Now, let's get to the point. So if he performs all your favorite songs like "We Gonna Be All Right," which he performed last time he was there, if he keep performing all of the same songs he just did 3 years ago, the hell is he doing? All of those numbers are gonna start trending again. Kendrick don't care about "We Gonna Be All Right." He'll do that on tour or something, maybe. Like when you go see his show, but he's about the future of PG Lane. He has a licensing deal, a licensing contract. And for people like Roy, and Roy knows, a licensing deal makes sure he's going to get at least 80% out of the money he has with Interscope. So now for his distribution deal with UMG, he's getting 80% of the revenue, right? 80% of the revenue at a minimum off of G and X, where he's getting 15% off of the old catalog that he got with TDE. So of course he's not happy with those splits. Now that he has a licensing deal, unlike what Champagne Sloppy has, which is a 360 deal, they gave him a check for $500 million and said, "Here's your check for $400+ million, Drake." And he's like, "Thank you, but now you got to work for it." So he's paid for the money of his works off his royalties that he's already got. So if they gave you $400 million, your catalog at that time was probably worth $1 billion or more. And they paying you off your own money, but telling you gotta work for the money they just gave you, which was they paying you from your work that you've already done. But Sloppy's stupid. He doesn't understand how a 360 deal works. He just see he got all these hundreds of millions of dollars. So this is how they get stupid people. So, and they don't understand the business part of it and how those people that are in power and stay rich. Believe me, if they can afford to pay you that money, they're not paying you taking a risk. A 360 deal was to ensure that they're not taking no risk. Leor Cohen was the mastermind behind the deal. Now, it's not about Mr. Morale. And he just went on tour with Mr. Morale and the High Steppers. So if he's doing Mr. Morale, he's not doing the new. GNX is the hottest album out this year. I want to hear GNX. I want to see him perform those songs, because those songs was about what's going on right now in the world. I don't want to hear him do, maybe it's one song on Mr. High Steppers. Mostly all those songs are not Super Bowl bound. Those are not songs you play at the Super Bowl. Mr. Morale and the High Steppers. You're going to be like, the hell this is doing here? For what? All the song I want to hear on there is N95. You're out of pocket. That's the only song that I would want to listen to at a Super Bowl during the halftime performance. And people, get this too. There's only 13 minutes. Hell, one Kendrick Lamar song is 6 minutes. And Euphoria is 6. So he's got to do a set list. He's got to run from one set to the other set, run from there to here, run from that to there, and it's got to be flawless. What song did he perform that somebody had a problem with? Somebody said, why he do Man at the Garden? Did you listen to the verse? This was about hip hop. And to see people that supposedly is hip hop in the face of hip hop who don't know a goddamn thing about it, when those people were doing acapellas, those dudes are acapella vocalists. Those black people that was behind him that made it look like his boys. So he was taking it back. And if you listen to that verse in Man in the Gardens, it was incredible. You want the famous me or the dangerous me? Dude, that whole thing was laid out. So if you're not a hip hop artist, you wouldn't understand what he was doing. He was giving you levels. For the first time, people are seeing Kendrick Lamar, the rapper. He's not there. What he's supposed to do? Put on a glitter suit and start dancing around? He got dancers for that, and they was getting it. Then he did Peekaboo. I didn't expect to hear Peekaboo, but loved that he did it. Everything was a message. You just missed it all. But this is why you have Kendrick Lamar. It is the most rewatched performance in Super Bowl history. Maul loves to talk with no facts and just say the dumbest things in the world.
When we talk about songs, catalog, hits, this is one of the lower tier set lists that we've probably had in Super Bowl history.
Now, how was the set list low? When all of the songs he performed were some of the top streamed songs of the year. Man in the Garden, Squabble Up, right? He did Humble, because that was like one of his most famous songs. I told you that's the white people's anthem. He did DNA. Right? He did Euphoria. Do you realize that when you perform at the Super Bowl, your numbers go up over 400%? All those songs are going to get streamed. People who have never heard them are going to go up. They're going to want to talk about it. And because of everybody trying to catch every message that happened there, it is now the most rewatched in the history of this world. GNX is back in number one. Exactly. See, that's how the Super Bowl works. So Kendrick's going to make more money than having the Super Bowl get you a check, which is stupid. You're going to make way more money off the marketing. This is why they don't pay people to perform there. Thank you. I have to bring intelligence back to the forefront. I have to bring knowledge there. This is why Nipsey Hussle spoke to me. I didn't go find Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle came and found me. He saw my videos and said, that dude's smart. I want to talk to him. And reached out to me. And I didn't even know he was looking for me. It took me a while to see it. And I'm like, is that really him? Because I'm thinking maybe it's a fan. And it was really Nipsey Hussle. So when I went and talked to Nip, and he told me about academics, we talked about him being the biggest clown in the world. And what he represented was not hip hop. It was trash. And he knew nothing about the game. And he was like, I'm going to start. After that incident he had on Everyday Struggle, that's when it really went up. Yes, and this is why Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest entertainers that we've ever seen, because he's able to embody different styles and conjure up different thought patterns and go to that whole stanza. Now, what he was supposed to do that he nicked and just did a freestyle and changed it at the end of Euphoria, he was supposed to say, F the big three, it's just big me. Boss! And then it was supposed to go there, but they said, no, don't do the F the big three. It's just big me. Don't even do that. So he just freestyled something entirely different right at the end of Euphoria. It's KDOT. Boss! So, yes, the performance and how he teased how he was going to do Not Like Us with the girls coming in, he just squabbled up. He had all of this entertainment. I want to do their favorite song. What song? Yeah, that song. Yeah, but they like to sue. So then he went to the Luther. Luther, in case you don't know, is still one of the top and most streamed songs on GNX album. Yeah. So when SZA and him performs, this is basically getting you warmed up for the tour, where you will see more SZA during the tour. Drake won't be seeing more SZA. Or Serena. You better not speak on Serena. So, oh yes, Luther was a hit. Then they did All the Stars, which was the big hit on the Black Panther soundtrack, which he eats a lot off of that. It was a movie soundtrack. He's definitely going to eat a lot off that song. Kendrick Lamar is going to make a lot of money. Tens of millions of dollars, because he has a licensing deal, which gives him more of the money of the ownership of the work. So he's getting about 80% ownership off of GNX. So he's going to make about at least $40 to $50 million off of this album. That's at a minimum. This is why he's separated from TDE. Wasn't a beef with TDE. It was business. I'm only getting 15% and my album is doing all these numbers. So instead of me getting $2 million off my work, and I got to go on tour to get my money and tour all that damn day long, I'm going to get paid off the actual album. Because somebody's getting paid off the actual album. And why am I not getting that money? The lion's share of the money. You see, artists weren't getting the lion's share of the money and getting paid off the actual albums. 50 Cent didn't even get 50 Cent on his records. Did you know that? Suge Knight didn't lie when he said Kendrick Lamar and Game had the worst record deals in hip hop. I mean, to a degree, but every rapper had a deal that wasn't favorable to them. Yeah, TDE, Aftermath, and Interscope. No, Drake fans are acting like he freed the slaves. But he did. He freed y'all who was enslaved by Drake. He freed y'all Drake slaves. That's what he did. All y'all people that was enslaved to Drake's music and that garbage, he freed them. He freed me. I was the big Drake supporter. Now, the chains is broke. Eyes are free. Kendrick has freed me. Thanks, Doc. I lost my freedoms. I ain't got to listen to no more. Nah. I ain't got to listen to no la. Yeah, riding through the six with my folks. I don't have to listen to no more of that. I don't have to ride through the six. No more. Thank you. You have freed us from horrible music. Same rendition. Over and over. Champagne Sloppy. Yo, it's your guy here. Drizzy, your boy Drizzy, Champagne Sloppy. And all I like to say is we're gonna do and give you what you want. Yes, that's 13 of the same goddamn songs in a row. Yes, that means nothing after it's over. Yes, you're gonna forget all about it. It's called cotton candy music. Yes, it looks great, and you bite it, it just disappears. Yep, songs mean nothing. No replay value. Passion Fruit. Passion Fruit was not known for him talking. I love Passion Fruit on More Life. I listened to More Life than I listened to the damn album. I told you that when it was out. I don't front. I'm not a big damn album like lover like that. People was out. I'm like, you people are going insane. What am I not hearing? I am not liking this album like that. I like To Pimp a Butterfly better than I like the damn album. So I listened to the damn album. I was like, it started off great. Then it went left. And this just went into whatever Kendrick wanted to talk about. Y'all said, oh, okay. More Life. Drake was so scared of More Life, he didn't even want to call it an album. It's not an album. So I'm like, dude, More Life was what I listened to. I hated Views. Views was so overrated. Views to me was trash. It wasn't like trash, it was subpar. And all the hype for Views, man, I was so excited. I'm like, this is it. I was like, oh man, this is bad. So I didn't even, the damn album wasn't all that. Like, it started off great, then it just went left. The last 4 or 5 songs to me, I did not like. But More Life had more replay value to me. So when I listened to the project, Views is probably one of his most popular albums, to be honest, for Sloppy. But More Life had more replay value. Passion Fruit, that's my riding at night song. And it's just for the music. I don't even need Drake talking. Drake hardly raps on the song or sing or whatever the hell it is he's doing. All he's just saying is passion fruit is round the way. And whoever made the song that he stole it from, I'm like, give them credit. Because that damn beat and everything is perfect. I'm like, I'll be riding. Man, me playing the video game when I'm driving. Doom, 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 doom. So I'm like, I don't need Drake saying a damn thing on Passion Fruit. Right. Everybody knows island music is the best music. Why? Because there's more islands everywhere. From Dominican, everywhere, Jamaican. When you hear island music, everybody loves it. That's why all these Afro beats, they talking about Afro beats like it came out of nowhere. Everybody loves island music. And it's not all Jamaican music. They think island music is Jamaican music. No. People take vacations and trips to Ireland. They listen to Caribbean music. They listen to Hawaiian, ukulele. They listen to music from other places that's been going around for thousands of years. salsa, reggae, bachonga dances and all that. I'm like, dog, all of these island dances, come on. Be serious. Just that the music here in America is more popularized, but it's the remake of like 8 different songs. Like you've heard this song in the 60s, 50s, 40s, 70s, 80s, 90s. They just keep remixing the same old song. It's the same old song, but just a different meaning since you've been born.
That fucking performance stunk. I'm gonna go with a crazy hot take. I didn't really feel that J-Lo and Shakira shit like that.
Okay, so I get what you're saying, but I also feel like some shit that might be trash to you might be amazing to that audience.
Oh, no.
The other performances throughout the years where they have their set list and their hit songs.
No.
So now, back
But
to what I'm saying.
It was a drastically different approach because he did the Amazon pop-up shit. I'm not giving him
Stop, talking about the Amazon pop-up show. That has nothing to do with this.
Oh, yes, it does.
No, it does not. It has nothing to do with
just copy and paste that.
The bottom line is this. This set list, these are not hit records. When you're talking about the biggest stage in entertainment, you need hit records. Undeniable hit records. Not the songs that we like, because there's some songs on there that we like as a culture. When you put somebody on the Super Bowl halftime stage, you need the songs that people that never even heard of Kendrick remember, like, oh yeah, that's who that is.
That's what Humble and DNA was for, you dumb bastard. That's what Humble and Fair Use Act. Well, we're only playing clips and giving our commentary over the clips. We're not rebroadcasting the entire performance. Do go watch Rory and Mal show to get the whole breakdown. But the dumb bastard, let me tell him something that he doesn't understand. Or, I don't know, it might just be his satire piece. That's what Humble, All the Stars, DNA was about. If I'm going to perform on my album, I'm going to do all my new songs that I just came out with on my album. Why? Because all of those songs are going to trend, buddy. Do you not know GNX is the hottest album this year? So when you talking about hits, Man in the Garden was a hit. Luther was a hit. TV Off was a hit. Squabble Up was a hit. Not Like Us, mega hit. What are we talking about? Where's the problem? There is no problem. He raves about Usher's performance, said Usher had the best performance, the biggest performance, and that he couldn't even beat Usher. Usher beat him. He beat Usher in one day. Usher got 33 million on YouTube. On the NFL, people watching it. 33 million. In 11 months. K-Dot had 33 million in one day. And let me reiterate something to you. What Usher does and what K-Dot does are two different things, right? Do you know that people after last year's Super Bowl, and they said it was one of the best halftime performances that we saw, and everybody, we all loved what Usher did. Usher got backlash for his Super Bowl performance. People did not like Usher's performance at the Super Bowl. People inside the place did not like Usher's performance at the Super Bowl. Did you forget? I even made a video about it. Over-sexualized. He's taking his shirt off at the Super Bowl. There's little kids here. You forget, once again, that I tell you, the people that go to these Super Bowl performances are these people that are spending $7,000 a ticket, these rich white people with families. Prince had an epic performance, but it wasn't one of the best shows. It just was one of the best performances by Prince because it rained all through the Super Bowl. And they almost canceled the halftime performance because of all the rain. But it went with the song Purple Rain. And the Purple Rain performance itself, we knew Usher songs. Okay. Everybody who know Kendrick songs. But if not, you're going to get introduced to what a hip hop artist can do. Now, the best person who would have worked at a Super Bowl that was rapping was MC Hammer. Would you want to bring Hammer out there? Right, Hammer was an entertainer. He told you, I'm not a rapper. I'm an entertainer. I rap, but I'm an entertainer. Usher's performance was great. It wasn't, man. Usher's performance was great. For 13 minutes, he gave you a great performance. He gave you what he does on his tour and his thing that he does his show in Vegas. He get on the skates and start roller skating and singing and performing with the dancers. But he's a singer. That's what he does. I don't want to see K-Dot on skates. I need him to do exactly what he just did. Put that hat on, get them gloves, get that jacket, stay on that GNX and start bringing hip hop to the forefront. And now he has the highest, most watched performance in Super Bowl history. And for everybody talking about the majority of the people hated the show, that's a majority lie. Because if it was the majority of the people didn't like it, they wouldn't go back to rewatch it. You can't fake influence. Hell, I watched it all Monday. Oh, you know, Chris Brown probably won't be allowed to attend a Super Bowl. Long Jay-Z in charge, he ain't booking no Chris Brown. Gonna see it if you run it. She got friends, they got friends. But yeah, secretly, he's been making all the impressive music for R&B, but R&B has changed. So they don't care about that. Rihanna was pregnant and couldn't do none of the stuff at the Super Bowl. She stood in one spot the whole time on one platform that kept rising and going down, rising and going down. She was pregnant, but she did her songs that everybody liked, and then she left. This thing was bigger than the OJ Bronco chase. 95 people watched the OJ Bronco chase. 95 million. This was bigger than that. Kendrick had 133.5 people watching the Super Bowl performance. Michael Jackson had 133.4. Now, I never saw it in that direction. I never saw people say things that just didn't add up. Everybody's divine. Everybody has a key to them that's good. Yes, there were a lot of different I apologize. There were a lot of different things that was said that just didn't make any sense to me. And the overall picture of screen.
Well, I don't want to do that because there were a couple hits in there. So I would say Humble is a hit. DNA is a hit. All the Stars is a hit. Not Like Us is a hit. And TV Off is turning into a hit.
Yeah. Now you tell me it was turning into a hit.
It would be half and half.
Don't tell me it was turning into a hit, bro. So built upon a moment that an artist had in a year. Now that we got the performance, do you feel like the performance lived up to the hype?
I think the performance lived up to the hype because it captivated all of the moment, and everybody wanted to see Not Like Us performed at the Super Bowl. And he turned around and no one thought, not even me, that he would say Drake's name, as he did not mention Drake's name on GNX at all. And he looks at the camera and goes, "Say Drake." And everybody, if you see the response videos, I got a video that is, I wish I did the whole song, but I did the TV off at the end because I was so busy just watching the performance. But I turned to my boy and I go, he said his name. Like he really finna do this. That's when it went to a level 9. So yes, the performance was way higher. It lived up to my expectations. Especially seeing the message that is sent. You got Donald Trump watching it and he don't even understand what the message is that it's showing people. It's showing the divide in the nation. It's showing that what would happen is basically an uprising of the people being aware and waking up to all of the things that are happening around them. And this is what the society is going to be. Unrest. This is Squid Game. You see how they were all put into a format of a board game or video game, but it was like Squid Game. Red pieces, white pieces, blue pieces. You see the outfits that they were dressed in was in the theme of the Squid Game. So that's what you're involved in right now, is a real life Squid Game. People sleep on it because they're asleep. But now people are waking up. They're starting to see and look for messages and clues. That's how you get replay value. Mm-hmm. Who is most people? You see, most people don't exist. You have some people that like Drake fans are gonna say, this was mid. It wasn't all that. And then they're gonna take it. Look, most people are wrong. Because if that was the truth, if most people felt that way, then it wouldn't have the highest replay value of any Super Bowl halftime performance in history already, and it ain't been a week. So most people is a lie. Just say a few idiots. That's more accurate. A few idiots said they thought the performance was mid. Like my mom, who's in her 60s, and most people who are in their 60s that's watching it, they didn't know what the hell was going on with Kendrick Lamar. And my mom heard Not Like Us, but that's like, it's not her jam. You know, she's going to pick Usher any day of the week. So yeah, a few idiots. So they throw most people on there, so they want to say, I'm not the only one that think like this. The majority of the people are saying that, which is a lie. The majority of the people are not saying that. So it's not most people. It's just a few idiots. I tell you what most people are doing. Most people are not liking Drake's Australian tour. Most people believe that Kendrick Lamar eviscerated Drake's whole career. Most people believe that Drake's album with Party is gonna flop. Most people believe Drake was gonna be in a hell of a lot of trouble now. Most people TV numbers lying though. Why would they lie about the numbers for television during the Super Bowl performance? Why would they lie about that? Do you know that is done by Nielsen? Do you think anybody at Nielsen cares about Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle? I pray for the future. I really do. It's not y'all fault. They have dumbed y'all down to not think anymore. They don't say, why think? That's too much stress on your brain. Relax. Don't think. Don't use your brain. Let us think for you. We got it. Just rest. So they want you to just rest. Just rest. Just rest. Just rest. He said, I never seen Rihanna's Super Bowl performance, but what was so dope about it? What was so dope about it was she did all her songs that those women wanted to hear. And she was pregnant. Again at the time. So when she did all her songs, every ratchet chick in the world stood up. Any rat that was watching the Super Bowl stood up, boy. It was rat season. Yeah, that's my girl. Oh, no, that's my girl. You leave her alone. She got a baby bump. That's all. So it was rat season. She was there for the rats. The rats had somebody to represent them. He calling Riri a rat. I don't have to call Riri a rat. What do you call a chick that sleep around with everybody? You make that up. You name him, Riri done probably slept with him. But she get a badge of honor for doing it. She came into business like that. But hit the like button up, y'all. Hit the like button up. We just getting started.
With your point of saying not like us was the hype, fuck you.
Okay.
He said everything that we didn't think he was going to say. He had Serena Williams crip walking. The fucking choreography was insane. The camera angles were insane.
Serious? I get the Compton ties. She's from Compton. I get that.
Of course.
But is her husband not a colonizer?
As a colonizer, I would say yes.
So why are we? Where's the? Can I say it, man? It's clearly because of you know who, man. Serena Williams crip walk. Are you serious? I get the Compton ties. She's from. Y'all know what? Y'all not. I gotta say. Fuck it. I say it.
No.
I say it. Fuck it. I say it, man. It's clearly because of you know who, man. Serena Williams crip walk. Are you serious? I get the Compton ties. She's from Compton. I get that.
Of course.
But is her husband not a colonizer?
As a colonizer, I would say yes.
So why are we? Where's the consistency in the messaging here?
My shit.
Why I gotta be the one? No. Shut the fuck up. Because you niggas is y'all crip walking now. That performance was not it. The only performance worse than that was Pat Mahomes. Let's just be real here. Y'all gonna make me say it like the bet. Y'all was not. That shit was very lackluster for the moment and the anticipation. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was anticipating it. I'm like, I'm gonna see when he had 75 niggas come out that little GNX. I was like, damn, that's like when David Blaine made the whole audience disappear. How did he do it?
Yeah.
But after that, it was like, I like these songs. I like some of them, but they're not here. We just watched Usher perform hits last year. Rihanna hits the year before that. Mm-hmm. The Weeknd hits before, like, these are not hit records. I like some of these records. All of the Stars is my shit. But you don't, not at the Super Bowl.
Well, first of all, All the Stars should definitely be put.
Listen. What he fails to mention is that the Black Panther soundtrack, which was done by Kendrick Lamar, put together by Kendrick, produced by him, that album beat Drake's album. All the Stars beat Drake's song. Drake congratulated Kendrick Lamar on surpassing him because the Damn album beat More Life, and Drake said, well, More Life is not an album. He said that because the Damn album was whooping More Life and was number one. All the Stars was huge. It was on a movie soundtrack that did $1 billion in the box office. All the Stars made a lot of money in Korea, China, you name it. International hit. So again, you got a guy that's spiraling out of control because he sees it's all over for sloppy. And when this album dropped with Party, it's gonna be another Party Next Door album that was dope, R&B album that goes nowhere. It's gonna go nowhere. Right, everybody's gonna listen to it, listening to Drake, trying to find. Yes, Ken, we just said that. Yes, I said More Life was better, and More Life, Damn album was number one by the charts over More Life, and Drake congratulated Kendrick Lamar. Yes, everything I've said has been accurate. Yes, I've replayed More Life more than I played the Damn album. More Life to me had more replay value. I mean, how are you going? We just went through that in this video. You see, I keep telling you, man, it's this assimilation. Y'all got to break it. Y'all cannot process information. I'm telling you factual statements. They both winning. I wouldn't say that. Does this look like Drake's winning? He's not winning at all. See, what Drake's not telling you is that he signed his re-up already. Whatever it is, they did not release it to the public, but he signed it in December because it's in his own legal papers that he filed against UMG. So if he's already signed his agreement, Drake is now Aerosmith. Drake is not getting any play, any spins, nowhere. Like, they're not really playing Drake anywhere unless Drake is showing up there. He said Drake is more popular than Kendrick Lamar. Proven by what? Can you prove it? Has Drake sold out a stadium? Drake's never done a real arena tour. Kendrick has just sold out sellouts, stadiums. We do stadium tours. Why don't you do a poll? Go see about popularity. Kendrick Lamar or Drake? Drake, only you like being famous. They can't give you no swag either. They don't give a fuck about who you hang with. Nobody cared about who you hung with, Sloppy. See, that was the thing.
In 1993, I joined the staff of the New Yorker a year before the OJ case.
So nobody cared about what Sloppy talking about. Kendrick is not accessible to everybody like that. They're just begging for it all to be over. But now you got the tour coming up. You got the Super Bowl. Now the tour finna go through. And watch how when everybody go to the tour, they're going to get blown away. Well, when it's the highest in history, you can't fake influence. You can't fake influence. So if they just use bots, right, to push the song along, why do you think the song is such a mega hit? They could just do that with any record then, right? Do you see how many people that song has influenced? You can't fake influence. Hit the like button for that. While Maul's out here spiraling and freestyling, coming up with all this narratives to change, like it's gonna change something.
Damaris, that's the part you're not factoring in here. When we get all of these fucking videos from the audience just standing there, sitting down, looking at this dude because they don't know who Kendrick is. This is the NFL. This is a predominantly white entertainment sports thing. This is not NBA.
They stood there when Beyonce performed Formation too. The people that are at the Super Bowl is not who you perform for. That's not who Jay-Z is going and grabbing, entertain these billionaire white people.
Yes, I get it. You want to perform for people that are not there so they can tune in and watch I get that. But guess what? The numbers dropped. He didn't even do what Usher did.
That's a lie. You see? You see how he get caught in his lie? He didn't even do the numbers drop. He didn't even do what Usher did. The largest performance in the history of the Super Bowl. How do you get caught in a lie like that? He's lying. The numbers dropped. Didn't I tell you they just talk? No facts, just talk. Usher did 33 million views in 11 months. Kendrick is at 33 million views in one day. All I'm giving you is facts. All you got to do is look it up. Kendrick Lamar is the most, right now, he is actually the most highest rewatch. People still rewatching it. Everybody hated it so much that they keep rewatching it. Why do they keep rewatching it, Mom? What are you going to say today now that he's number one in the world? What are you going to come up with another excuse? Oh, they just doing that. That's UMG. So UMG just owns the Nielsen rating system for television now. Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. I know. He just told the biggest lie and got caught in his lie. Like I told you, I could show you guys better than I could tell you. He edged out Michael Jackson's performance. His performance also got the eyes than last year's headliner, Usher, who had 123.4 million viewers. Kendrick Lamar has 133.5 million. So not only did he defeat Usher, he defeated Usher by 10 million. He beat Usher by 10 million. 10 million people. So you off, Ma, by 10 million, nigga. Your lie is 10 million people away. Oh, right. The whole entire stadium screaming minor. Now, granted, all of them don't know Kendrick Lamar, but they know that goddamn song, don't they? You know them people that came to the Super Bowl and they brought their families? You know who those people that was just standing up there? Yeah. But you know who was singing it? The kids. Them kids, they were singing that damn song up in there. That was their school jam. Probably struck a chord, and it's probably a minor. Oh, they was dropping it. The parents was like, well, my kids wanted to hear this song. Right, the TV off performance was great, bringing out Mustard. the most watched halftime show of all time. Get over it, Ma. It's over. Y'all trying to hold on to a dream, a fantasy. It don't exist. K. Dot. It's all about Dot. And after this tour, the people in Canada, they have never got a chance to really do the Not Like Us. They want to get down too. And they can't wait for him to perform that live on the tour. So this is going to go on from city to city. Thousands of more people are going to line up to hear what. The whole stadium is going to go, say, Drake, we hear you like them young. Now, Drake is upset because this stops his whole performance. He can't get those young girls no more now. He's like, wait a minute, no more young girls? No more young girls from Drake. No more of them young girls. Still pretty young thing, Sloppy. What happened? You can't get them no more, huh? He done messed up your whole day. Yeah, don't forget to donate to the Cash App too. That's Carcino, and on the Patreon. Oh, we got a treat for y'all again today on the Patreon. See, they didn't want to tell you that. No. Now, you might be saying to yourself, why? Why they do that, Cino? It's very interesting. Because on that Patreon, as you can see right there, we kick it all off with all the missing details with Cuffy and Meech, right? We got Tupac and MC Hammer's story that you didn't know. And my full uncut version of me going in on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Then people got to rate K-Dot's performance.
Everybody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. Turn the TV off. 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 Turn the TV off.
Yeah, I say I enjoyed the performance. So I don't know what the hell they talking about. I had a great time. Yes, I'm hearing that he's on the Captain America soundtrack. Kendrick Lamar is supposed to have a song with Captain America. Anthony Mackie, somebody that's very known in our family. His brother Calvin Mackie is an engineer who has a STEM program called a Magnolia STEM. He's merged it with my cousin Dante, who's also an engineer, and that's how we got the Saginaw STEM. Yes, sis. I told you after the Super Bowl, expect to see a deluxe version to GNX coming up. That's gonna have body for body on there, that intro that you heard the GNX. I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, right about John. Everybody's the GOAT to y'all. Is Kendrick the greatest rapper of all time? That's what people are having debates about now. It's like I told you, people will debate anything nowadays. We'll put a pin in that and we'll come back to it. But that's the debate right now. After this performance, is Kendrick Lamar now the greatest rapper of all time? Yes. Nah, he's not having that debate. I guess so. He said, ain't even been to Canada. Okay, well, I'm letting y'all argue then. While y'all arguing, I'm going to be going to work and doing some things that are very productive here. Now, Casino was under the weather. So, yes, Casino is doing all of this from his magnificent bed, of course. Casino's in his magnificent bed. See, I have an interior light here. My bed lights up. Massive. So I expect to see y'all on the Patreon today because we got some more breaking news for you. Oh, you gonna love this. Trust me. You think we grinded Patrick Mahomes? Wait till you hear what happens next. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Buzz Light. Welcome to HDII TV. I see you starting to come back. Let's get it. I'm out.